Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and gamers, to another Redstone tutorial. So, last episode we decided to build this. What it was is a system that takes a shulker box, brings it up into a little contraption that takes the items out and sends it to whatever sorting system you have, and then returns the shulker box with a safety switch. What this means is that you have gone out mining, you have a bunch of shulker boxes, you put in here, you fill it all up. But let's say later down the line, my cobblestone is so full. What should I do with this? I know. I'll go get some shulker boxes and I'll go put them in. And you start manually putting them in. Or we can build this machine. The goal with this machine when it comes to resources is that it is a machine that if you have a redstone box, you can build this from your redstone box. It does not take many resources, and it's designed in a way that you can use this. This model is for 5 modules of storage systems that you need to empty out, and it runs AFK. You do not have to do a thing as long as there are shulker boxes. Now, you might have noticed I have things in these shulker boxes. This is all I have, and it's just to show how this works. Because, well, hoppers move how hoppers move. But we don't need to see that. This moves 5 times faster than it does unloading them, because that can only do 1 at a time. This does 5 at a time. So you have your shulker boxes and everything like that, and it's ready to run. Let's go into spectator mode really quick, and I'll show you what is going on. So you have your sorting system, which I do suggest this kind of layout for it, so the top items can make it all the way to the bottom with no interference. And they go into a shulker box. On the side of the shulker box is your braking mechanism that fires when these are full. They know they're full from these comparators. I can read it through a block, and these comparators are compared to a redstone torch. I can pop back into this mode actually. And this is all the complicatedness to make it so it's compact and able to fit basically in your room of where your storage system is, because if this one isn't compact, you're going to have to make the room larger. And I don't want you guys to have to do that. So unless you have it so you have like your storage system, like you're standing against the far wall right here, it should work for you. But once they're all full, all these torches go off. And I believe this is an NAND gate. So once the NAND gate is official, it'll trigger this torch, move along. And first thing it does is it breaks all these and the water will push it down. Then there's a delayed circuit down here that will power up the next set, which has dispensers up here and droppers down here. That's where I want it. Thank you. Did I break any of these? No. Awesome. So, well, let's use it. So, it fires there. We accidentally grabbed one. They all flow down into here for storage of them. These will empty out. They'll fill up. And then right here, up here is easier because it goes by stacks. So it should be by the stack. It will be emptied out. And since they all go in at the same time, these will all turn off at the same time. The reason why I don't want it to do that is in case you have only, if you decide you want to do this automatically and you don't, I mean, not automatically, manually, and you don't want any of this stuff, you can have this system right here hook up into a redstone lamp to let you know everything's full and place them all in and stuff like that. But if you want this, I think you want the full thing. And yeah, so there's the next 5. So we're up to 10 down here. And this is for a single stack. Now you have to keep that in mind. So until we fill 5 double chests of these, that would be, actually no, 5 single chests is the same time it would take to fill a shulker box. So this is not accurate to time, but I think this is a nice system. You have filled silos, they're all right next to each other. Here's a good way to take care of it. And you're all to just sit right here. It's beautiful. But looking at something beautiful that can be useful is only beautiful until we get to the tutorial. So let's go. Alrighty, so to get into this tutorial here, you have your 5 lines, your 5 segments going on, and what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to break out each of these 5 blocks that will be holding up your silos and put some hoppers facing straight down. Now this is underneath where the shulkers are going to be, so you can go underneath, break out your wall down here, and you're going to need to make some room. So whatever structure you have, you should remove, and we're going to put in for temporary blocks just some regular old iron blocks. Now from there, what we're going to do is we're going to need our colors for how everything's organized, keep ourselves clear and understood. So we're going to use these colors here for our 5 lines that are most interconnected. So once we have those down, all it is a matter of taking some comparators, redstone repeaters, redstone dust, and redstone torches. So let's start off with this line as it is the most simple. We're going to do something along these lines like this. So comparator, redstone torch, and a redstone line. This will make it so that whenever this receives a signal from our iron block here, shulker box, it'll go here, but it has to overpower a perfect signal, which means it has to be completely full to overpower that. The blue line, on the other hand, is different in how it goes about this. The blue line will have a comparator followed by 2 blocks going upwards, and it will have a block, 2 blocks to the side. Same thing though, redstone torch and a dust. Now we're going to skip the yellow and we're going to come over here and duplicate what we have. So something just like this: comparator, redstone torch, redstone dust, and for the green line, green, up 1 and 2, then go off to the side by 2, and it will be a comparator, a dust, a comparator, redstone torch, and a dust. Now this middle line, some of you might think is going to be difficult, but it is just fine. The way it works is that comparators will output the same signal through a block to the next one. We're able to pick that up over here, and all we're going to do is we're going to take 2 blocks off this side, redstone torch, and a redstone dot. That right there is the basis for what we need for these 3 completely. Only thing is here is we need something to go through. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to bring this and put a repeater right here. So we'll get back to what that issue is in a moment. So we're going to bring this through right here. And you see that they're already powered. The reason being is this. So we need to swap these out for redstone repeaters, and everything will work just fine. You have your 5 segments. So let's grab our pink, our yellow, and our orange, our blue, and our green. Once we have all of those, we can put our torches on each and every one of them. Now let's grab another line. Let's say, how about a dark blue? And we're able to pop that on top, bring it across by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out by another one, redstone, and 1. So whenever this is all, any of these are still waiting for items, this will not be on. It's waiting until everything is cleared, and we don't want individual ones functioning, so we've decided to run it through a NAND gate, because let's say this one functions, but it's trying to push the water this way, it's just going to sit there and despawn. So we don't want to do that. What we got to do is we actually have to put in some blocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this down by 3. And on top of that bottom block, we're going to be putting in some droppers. So just like this, 5 of them going across, 1 for each of our hoppers, and then dispensers on top, and that will all funnel into where our shulker boxes will be. And the way this will work is it will go off of here, a hopper line. There we go. And then underneath, hoppers facing into the bottom of these. Now the thing is that to set this up, just get the chest out and just let it fill up. Just let it fill up the system really quick. and then activate it. Because if you try to activate, you're only going to get one side firing, and it'll be slow and annoying, and it's just not worth your time. So yep, do it like that, and that'll take care of your restocking system. So if you wanted to take your shulker boxes, I'm going to use this one because it is the mostly filled one just for demonstration purposes. Just fill it all up with shulker boxes, let it run through your system, go grab some more, put it into here, have another chest and have it go up. Whatever you need to do, go for it. But here's what we have right now. Moving on, we're going to be working on this circuit again. So, going to bring it down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 with redstone all on top of it. A fifth one, then this one is block. This is going over toward the sticky pistons, well, not sticky pistons, but regular pistons that'll be over here. So let's just get those going over from here. All you want is for them to connect up on the top side because of the circuit that'll be going underneath that's keeping this compact. So just bring it all the way across, and if it is bothering you that you cannot reach, all these blocks are not dependent on everything else as long as you don't have actual shulker boxes in there yet. So you're able to go into your redstone and get out all the pistons you need, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's pop our iron temporary blocks back in here. Here we go. Then pink, blue, yellow, green, pink, orange. Okay, something felt wrong. So there you go. That's all wired up. All you need now is a single repeater just to ensure that it gets there when it does. So yeah, next we're going to work on the system that will activate all of these so that the shulker boxes will come up. Alrighty, so if you're building it exactly as I am, where this chest is, you want to take a block going downwards from it and then off to the side going downwards. All right, and then we're going to have 2 blocks here, another 2, another 2, until you have a 2x5 platform. It's 10 over here, pop on another block. Then from there, you're going to need a repeater, redstone dust, and a comparator for this. Also, you will need a torch. So from here, redstone dust. That can be read by this repeater. Put redstone dust in the corners except for where the block is. And then walk toward the block and place comparators, and then walk away placing comparators. Once you do that, you can put a torch on the side. Now, once you have that torch down, this is where things get fun because the machine is almost ready to be activated. All you got to do is run down a line of blocks, then another line down here in between the blocks here and the dispensers. Then in here, all you got to do is put down comparators to full delay. And if we look in here, these are getting full. So all we got to do is let's bring this all the way down. Hey guys, somebody from the future here real quick. There was one thing we missed here, and the fact that this is double pulsing is a problem. So we're going to take right here, right before this, we're going to put in a repeater and set the max delay. And by doing that, it'll make it so there won't be double clicks or anything like that, any weird happening. It'll run a lot smoother. All right, back with the rest of the tutorial. And one other thing with this brown line. If you shrink it down to 2, it's guaranteed to work. There's sometimes a locational bug, depending on if you're a chunk boundary or not, that if you have it too long, this will pulse and it will break the machine. You will no longer get your shulker boxes back. So if that happens, reduce this down to 2. It'll work 99.9% of the time. I just haven't tested it as extensively, and I can't guarantee that it'll work every time. But that should help it a lot. Alrighty, we're almost ready to go with this. Basically what you gotta do is from this point right here, go down as far as you can and off to the side. We're going to be making a little silo up here. So something along these lines. like so. I don't want that facing the wrong way, please. Thank you. We're going to put a hopper facing downwards right here, and then from there we're going to put a cyan wool with a sign right here to keep the water from flowing any farther. That's right, we are using water here. Put up 3 blocks, and then put up an additional 3 blocks and cover the back. The reason for it to be this thick is the water, if the water source is here and it lands in the water source, it is not going to be moving, but if you put it up here, it will move across and flow directly into there. And it'll flow down all of these once we hit all of the hoppers in. There we go. And there's 4, there's 5. So we have one of coal, redstone, iron, gold, diamond. Alrighty guys, welcome back. So I did a little bit of fine tuning, double checking, and there was a couple things, a little past edits there. I hope you guys were alright with that. But, well, this thing is done. This is the side that if you built this onto your silo storage, you'd be on this side of it over here, and I think it looks great. So let's pop in this piece of redstone, and this will just run automatically. And it'll send the items down into the hopper there, pop out the next ones, and it'll just keep running. You can go AFK, you got a fishery, do that. If you have a minor building project that's in the area, you can do that. There's not much lag that this causes because most of the area here is lit up already at all times. So adding light here doesn't change anything because everything else around it's already lit up. So it's very lag friendly. The only thing is this redstone line. That's the hard one, but it's not enough for it to be bad. No one on a multiplayer server would be upset with you for using this. And yeah, guys, so last week we learned how to take shulkers, empty them out, and put them into a silo. Now you learn how to put them back into shulker boxes for when you're done with your silos. So thank you guys. Hope you appreciate this. Hope you learned and enjoyed it. And I'll catch you guys back here with the next one. Goodbye.